Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where we're all learning together to just peace out, right? And let God's peace rule in our hearts and take advantage of those promises that He's given us, right? Hope you're having a great morning. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great week, month, year. Just fill in the blank, however long you need to go back, okay? Anyway, but I hope you are having a good day, and I hope that this is a good start for your day. Many of you watch me first thing in the morning, and I hope this is a good start for your day. I don't know if you keep coming back. I guess that's a good sign, right? And if you don't, oh well, it's just not for you. No big deal, right? Anyway, but I hope you're having a great. I do hope you're having a good day, and I hope you're seeing God's peace more in your life. I hope you're seeing the effect of His grace in your life more. I hope you're seeing the effects of His mercies being new for you every morning. Remember, we talk about that a lot, that His mercies are new every morning for us because He doesn't have mornings. So He made them just refresh for us because we have a new day. He never has a new day. It's always the same day to Him, right? It's one big long continuum, basically. And so He made those mercies new and fresh for us for our every morning, right? And so learning to trust Him for each day, learning to focus on Him each day can be challenging, but very rewarding when we start getting it, right? And I hope we're getting it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this morning I was reading several different passages, but I landed in Isaiah 26. Now, Isaiah 26:3 is a familiar scripture to us because here at Peace Out because we've used it several times, right? You might be able to quote it. This was my mom's life verse. She held on to this verse because when I was born, she had a complete total nervous breakdown and was institutionalized. She went through the maximum number of shock treatments, which is how they treated nervous breakdowns back then. And But God healed her, brought her out. I'm trying to find a way to get her testimony up online where you could access it and listen to it yourself. And so her life scripture became this, that if she kept her mind on God, He would keep her in peace. She lived it, she preached it, she walked it out, and it happened just like that, right? So she trusted in this verse. So I grew up hearing this verse, you'll keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you. So it's a special verse to me because I saw my mom, I witnessed her hold on to that scripture for her lifetime, right? And I watched the effect of it in her life. She refused to be afraid that it was going to happen again, and it did not happen again, right? And so, but as I was reading it this morning, listen to this. It says, you will keep him in perfect peace. Now, let me refresh our memories here because perfect is an interesting term. What is perfect peace? And if there's a perfect peace, is there an imperfect peace? Maybe. Is there a, maybe it means constant? Maybe He'll keep us in constant peace as we keep our mind on Him. Maybe if there's a constant peace, then is there an inconstant peace that fluctuates, that comes and goes? And yeah, I think it does in this sense that we, well, I won't say we, I'll say me, what I tend to do is I get my mind off on something and I let my peace kind of leak out over here on the other side as I'm trying to work through this issue, and then all of a sudden I go, okay, wait, God's peace is still right here. All I have to do is apply it. All I have to do is stop thinking about this and turn back towards His peace, and His peace will flood my soul again once I figure out what I'm doing, right? And so, yeah, it does, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that. Here's some words that in our handy dandy Strong's Concordance, perfect can mean. It can mean finished. So it's a finished peace. He's not still working on His peace. His peace is complete, right? It's that's complete is the next one actually. Whole, good. I don't know what I can't read my writing. I don't have my glasses. Hold on. I'll tell you what it is. Oh, that's a good one. Prosperous and wealthy. A wealthy peace. You know, having peace of mind and being able to let God's peace dwell and live and reign in our hearts, that is prosperity. Knowing, seeing everything that's going on in the world and being able to just be at peace because we know that God has everything in control. He has us in His heart. He has us in His on His mind. Knowing that can bring great peace, and that is prosperity. It's not all about money, right? Do you want money or peace? Sometimes, we think sometimes if we get enough money, we'll have peace, but we don't have enough peace. When we get too much money, then all we do is worry about losing the money, right? So true peace is only going to come through him, but it's a complete peace. It's a finished peace. He's not still working on peace. He may still be working on me, and I may still be working on letting his peace reign in my heart, but his peace is complete, is whole, and it's fulfilling to us, right? But I want to look at the next part, because it says you will keep him in perfect peace. That's a wonderful thing right there, right? Whose mind is stayed in on you. And we've talked about that. We got to keep our mind on God. And when my mind goes crazy on, oh, what am I going to do about this, and this, and this, I have to we talked about reeling it back in and trusting his peace. And it's okay to do that all day long, because you have different circumstances that come up all day long. You have different situations that present themselves all day long. We have different interactions that we have to work through, right? And there's not just a button to push and go, okay, we have peace forever, and there's never anything that's going to come at me again. No, all day long we can have things trying to take that peace away, right? But listen to this next part, okay? It says, you will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. We keep our mind on him when we trust him. As we learn to trust God, it gets easier and easier to keep our mind on him. Now we could look at this two ways. One, our mind is on him because we trust him, or because we trust him, we keep our mind on him. We're thinking about scriptures. We're kind of in a, I guess I would call it maybe a constant state of prayer. And that doesn't mean we're sitting over in the corner with our hands folded and our heads bowed all the time, but our concerns become prayers. That's prayer too, guys, right? Something comes up. Oh, God, my immediate response is, how do I handle this, God? What do I do with this? The rent goes up. I don't worry about it. I just go, hey, God, your rent went up, because he's my provider. Right? Or they're raising the electric bill, God. You ready for that? Come on. Show me how to give me the right job so that I can keep my rent paid, so that I can keep my lights on, so that I can keep the internet on, right? And so all of our thoughts can become prayers, and we guide those thoughts back to him every time. Guess what's going to happen? Because our thoughts are on him, we will have peace. Our thoughts will be on him because we trust him, or because we trust him, our thoughts will be on him, right? So it's like this whole big picture I'm seeing of trusting God, and what you put your mind on is what's going to own you. If you think about it, you could think about it that way. When I put my mind on just making money, right? If that's all I'm concerned about is just making money, then I'm not going to have his perfect peace. If all I have on my mind is maybe somebody I'm dating, and I'm not dating, so don't go there, right? But if that's all that consumes my mind, then I'm going to be lacking in God's peace. I want to keep whatever is I'm purposed on, whatever my heart is set on, whatever my mind is set on, is what's going to kind of rule my heart. So when we have our mind set on him, because we trust him, we're going to automatically start having that peace flow in our heart, flow in our mind. And it gets easier and easier to go, okay, God, I don't know what to do with this, or to say, God, I've got this big thing today, help me with this, or, give me direction with this relationship, or with this work situation, or with this financial situation, or with this situation, or help me. It becomes easier. The more we trust him, the easier it is to keep our mind on him. The easier it is to turn our thoughts into prayers, the more we trust him, right? So that's our whole goal. So you could go about this either way. You can think all day, I'm going to let God's peace reign, even if I have to keep reeling in those thoughts. Or you can go this route and say, I'm going to trust God with everything today. And the result of that is going to be peace, because you're truly trusting him. Our mind is going to be on him because we trust him. And when our mind is on him because we trust him, it's like this chain reaction, right? Then we're going to have his peace in our heart, and in our minds, right? So let's trust him together today. And that's something, it's not, it's easy to say, just trust God. It's irritating too. People say, just trust God. And it's like, you don't understand my situation. You don't understand what's going on. You don't understand my emotions. And I'm like, well, just trust God. But so it's not, it's more of a process, right? Because we can say, I'm going to trust God, but actually putting it into action, that's the sticky part. It's so easy to read the scripture and just go, well, I have perfect peace because my mind's on him, because I trust him. But that actual trusting him it's a growing process. It's the same as in any relationship. When you first meet someone, you don't fully trust them. But as you develop that relationship and the deeper the relationship goes, the more you learn you can trust them, or the more you learn you can't trust them. But that's a person. God's not going to be that way. He's got your back. He's got you, and he is trustworthy. And so as you develop that relationship with him, it's not that he becomes more trustworthy, it's more that you discover how trustworthy he is. And then you have something solid. You realize, oh, I trusted him through that and he helped me. That means he can, if I trust him through this, he can probably help me with it too. And so it's this process of learning how to trust him, because it's easy to read, but it's not, it takes a second to read it, but it takes a little bit more. It takes time to develop that in your life and to embrace that. He really is trustworthy, and I need to learn how to trust him more. What's that old song? "'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus." Right? That's a awesome. I'm going to look that one up. Poor Eli, he's going to probably hear me singing that one today. But it is so sweet to trust in him, to prove him, or the old song goes, we learn to trust him more and more, and as it's just like any relationship. So today, set your heart on him, and let's grow together as we learn to trust him even more with whatever may present itself today. We will trust God, right? And then we will have that peace. And then all we got to do is let it rain. Peace out. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.